Human behavior is built around patterns and pattern recognition. If it wasn't, then psychologists couldn't do their job very well because they'd have no patterns to recognize. And so human behavior and understanding what patterns actually are and the patterns of your behavior will then help you better understand what type of relationships you actually work with best. And that's kind of what the idea of like a Myers-Briggs test is. But the problem is that everybody has such nuances built into them that to really just lump people into chunks of patterns is not really appropriate. What you want to do is understand what type of pattern behavior you have, and the simplest pattern to really try to recognize is what things make you excited. Like, what gets you excited about waking up tomorrow? And Elon Musk said this, is that he wants to do things that get him excited about waking up for tomorrow. And if you think about a lot of people who deal with depression or anxiety, I did myself, is like there was no reason to wake up for tomorrow. I wasn't excited about waking up for tomorrow. And that's because I didn't understand my patterns well enough to understand where I could be productive and what got me excited to be productive. And once I found what made me excited, and the productivity that made me excited, then I was actually excited about waking up tomorrow because I wanted to produce something. I wanted to contribute to society or the world or to my friendships or my relationships in whatever way. Now, the other power of understanding patterns is this, is when you start to learn that you have conflicts with people, you're not actually having the conflict with the person, you're conflicting with their pattern of behavior. And the problem here is now that has to, the crossroads is basically who's going to compromise their pattern of behavior and adjust accordingly. And when you start to learn, mature through your patterns, you start to understand that people have patterns of behavior, and those patterns are very, very productive if used in the right environment. And so sometimes it's like, yeah, you might conflict with somebody's pattern of behavior, but that pattern is very necessary for the big picture to actually fulfill itself. And so then we just get out of the way. We just go, okay, you know what? Yeah, that's not somebody I'm going to hang out with every single day, but that behavior, pattern of behavior, their productivity that they can create is very necessary. And so you just kind of get out of the way and go, that's not somebody who's going to be my best friend, but I can value what they're bringing to the table. Now, this being said, it's interesting to me that we as human beings seem to know mostly, especially a consumer-based society, we generally know what our favorite ice cream is, we know what our favorite music is, we know what type of movies we like, we know our clothing styles, our colors, we know those things. But if you were to ask somebody, what do you like to produce that makes you very excited? Most people haven't really experienced that. And I think that's been shut down usually as a child, is you have these fun things that you like to do, and someone goes, oh, you'll never be able to make money doing that, or nobody really is going to want to, hire you for that service. And so then we just kind of shut those things down. The key here is to get back to what makes you excited, what pattern of behavior gets you excited, that you're like, I'm going to wake up and I could just do this thing over and over and over again and have endless energy and endless excitement about this thing that I'm doing. When you figure out what that is actually your talent. Your talent is to be able to show up and produce with this endless stream of energy that almost feels effortless to you because you're actually excited about doing it. And so once you understand that pattern of behavior of yourself, you basically understand where you bring the most value to any relationship. And when you understand where you bring the most value to any relationship, then you have a lot of leverage. And now you can actually position yourself in a way that either you can grow your audience because you understand what value you bring, or you can add more money to the company you're working for because you understand what value you bring. And so then you can get a pay raise. You can go out on your own instead of being afraid of, having to be an employee. Maybe you start your own business because that's what you want to do. Or maybe you go live in a van and you travel around the country and you live a very minimalist lifestyle because that's what gets you excited every single day. Whatever it might be, the point is that the pattern that you have built inside you that gets you excited is the pattern of behavior that's going to be the most productive, and it needs to find other people that value that. Don't take your pattern of productivity and give it to somebody else who does not value it and just see how they just basically crap on it. This is the idea of don't offer pearls before swine, essentially. Don't let the pigs run all over your value. And so here it is you have a pattern of behavior. This pattern of behavior that gets excited about productivity is going to bring the most value to you with the least amount of effort and the least amount of time. And I say effort because when we're excited about doing something, it feels effortless. It doesn't feel like a struggle. Now, when we're excited about doing something, the other side of this is we're willing to grind and work through the hardest things because we're excited about the thing we're doing. And so even though the whatever it is we're doing to get better might suck, it's to get better at something that makes us excited. And that's a huge mindset flip. So you could become the best garbage man, you could become the best baker, you could become the best doorman at a hotel, you could become the best hostess. I mean, any of these things you could be excellent at because it gets you excited. And the thing you do not want to do is be robbed. Do not be robbed by what makes somebody else excited and think that because it makes them excited, it has more value. No, it makes them excited. It doesn't need to make you excited. And so we don't need to be chasing celebrity because we think that that has more value. If it does not make you excited to wake up every single day and have to serve your audience, then don't do it. Don't wake up every day and try to serve an audience. If you get excited every single day about serving a customer, then go do that. Go serve customers. If you get excited every single day about helping somebody understand numbers, then go do that. It does not mean that what makes you excited is worth less because I'm not interested in it. It's what makes you excited means that you're gonna be the most productive at it, and it's something that I may not be able to do successfully. And so it's like, good on you. You should go do that because it's a huge asset to the world. Okay, so what I'm going to contribute and makes me excited is not going to necessarily make you excited, and that's okay. And so some people might look at my stuff and be like, Raleigh, that's not interesting, I could care less. And it's like, fantastic, then care less. It doesn't matter, right? But when I wake up every single day excited about what I'm going to do, then it fills me. And then anybody else who finds value in that is going to say, yeah, I like this. This guy's bringing value to what I'm doing. But anyone else is going to go, no, not interested. And this is the value of understanding your limits, essentially. Because now I understand where to say no. I understand to look at something and say, that doesn't get me excited. No, thank you. It's not moving towards the thing that gets me excited. No, thank you. It's a distraction to what makes me excited. No, thank you. And when somebody rejects me, I don't take it personally. When somebody rejects me, I merely just go, well, then what I'm doing doesn't get them excited. And that's totally fine. They have a different pattern of behavior that makes them excited doing different things. So that's totally fine. I'm okay with that rejection because it's honest. I don't want to pour myself out into other people only to find out that they're not interested in it. So it's like better off that somebody just goes, nope, not interested in what you're offering. It's like, right on, I feel you, it's good stuff. So patterns of behavior, find out what that pattern is that gets you excited every single day to be productive, not to consume. Get out of this consumerism, because the more you consume, it's so easy to lie to yourself about what's enjoyable when you consume it. It's like everyone loves ice cream until you eat too much of it, okay? So consuming is not gonna tell you what you're actually good at. Even the type of music you listen to is not going to tell you what you're good at. What you need to go do is start producing things, creating things, being productive, and finding out what productivity gets you excited every single day to wake up. And then do not measure it against what other people find exciting. And this would be the idea of when I was a kid, I wanted to be a magician growing up. And I was like, I'm going to do magic tricks. But then everybody around me essentially was like, how are you going to make money? Like, you'll never make money being a magician. And I was like, all right, that's a good point. Maybe I should go do something else. But still today, I have a curiosity about magic tricks, and I still love watching magic shows, and I still love the whole mindset behind essentially trying to fool people, but doing it in a way that creates this awe and this wonder. And it's not like I'm trying to cheat you out of something. It's almost like I'm trying to cheat you into something, where I'm trying to cheat you into getting excited about something that you normally wouldn't. And it's just like, that's a really cool, skill set, essentially. However, I took a different path that I'm still excited about, and I get excited about. These videos I get excited about. I wake up every day going, man, I want to think about how could I present another video that's going to give somebody purpose to their tomorrow. Because the other thing is that whatever skill set you have, you need to be able to do something with it tomorrow. And the other thing I don't like about social media right now and a lot of the self-help stuff is you can't really take what you have and just go do something with it. A lot of times it's like you got to take these steps to then get to the launching point. And so this you can do something with, hopefully you can see this, is that you can start to think about, what are my patterns of behavior? What patterns of behavior do I do that get me excited? Just write down what part of your day, like, I got really excited about this. Why did I get excited about that? And start recognizing what type of patterns get you excited. And that's going to tell you where you're going to be the most productive with the least amount of effort. At least it's not going to feel like effort. It's going to feel more like you're going to enter the flow state. And then you're going to realize, okay, now what audience can I contribute that to? And then you just got to go find the audience, and you got to go deliver that productivity to them, because they're going to pay for it. They find value in it. So there you have it. Those are how the steps kind of work. You're never going to get away from it, because again, human behavior is a pattern. Okay, and so you're never going to get away from the patterns of human behavior, which means that every sale, every job, every position, every school that you go to, is every culture that you ever exist in, okay, is built around patterns of behavior. And so it's not, stop rejecting and start identifying patterns of behavior and understanding that some patterns just work better with each other than others. And that's as simple as that. Okay, go have fun. The world's a playground. Go play.